he just gave like a speech to a huge like crowd of like Russian people in like
about how he's like, we're winning the war.
Like he in like a $30,000 jacket and giving like some crazy like speech that was you can only tell from like a dictator. I couldn't believe the
jacket cost as much as it did because it looks like a bubble coat from the 90s.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It was insane.
I stole beer out of a gas station with that same coat, specifically for its padding properties.
Yeah, if you think COVID hit you hard, COVID hit Putin on a whole nother level.
One of the first things that when Amanda and I were dating, when she realized that I wasn't going to put up with some amount of like, because every relationship you put up with some level of bullshit. My thing was that she likes to yell at people in traffic, like while she's driving, while she's having a conversation with you in the like on the phone.
Yeah, I do
so I'll be sitting at home trying to talk to her, and she'll be in traffic trying to get home, and she'll just be screaming at people.
Oh, I'm terrible to talk to in the car. My road rage will kill me by the time I'm 40 if I don't just crash my car into someone else.
I hung up on her one time, and she was just like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's not going to put up with that." And so eventually, she's gotten a whole lot better with it. And then most of the time, it's just like she's just not going to call me while she's driving home.
All right, do we call Mandy in right now?
No.
Let's bring a guest.
Yeah, let's verify this claim.
How much of this is true, and how much of this did Dave literally just make up?
I told that bitch I'm the man in this.
No. I'm just imagining it's an episode of Maury now.
Here.
And we have her here in the studio. Bring her in.
You are not the father.
She's holding a cat.
Dude, last week was the anniversary of me bringing them home.
Oh,
so
nice.
like last week was their 2-year adoption celebration. So there was
the adoption of the kidnapping, or the anniversary of the kidnapping.
Right. So there's been a bunch of like photos coming up. You know how on Facebook it's like your memories. So there's like over the last like week or so, there's been like 7 or 8 posts of like me bringing the cats home and like them being tiny, which is always nice. Like, you know, they've of course grown up a whole bunch, and some of them they've changed a little bit. Like Lyra's no longer like pure white; she's like gray and gold now. And it's just like I see those old pictures, I'm like, aw.
Evan, how's my best girl doing?
Oh, Tweak. She's good. She's outside laying in the middle of a parking lot right now. So
That's my girl.
That's one of her favorite things to do.
That's my girl.
Yes. Tweak's awesome. I remember the first time I ever met Evan, Tweak was right there on the mattress with him, and she does the exact same. She just looks at me, meows like 5 times loudly, and just goes hangs out with Evan.
I was talking about her yesterday because we were at Taco Boy, not Taco Bell. And there was a little taco cat. That's what they call it, taco cat.
That's awesome.
Just a little black cat just chilling there.
Really?
They said they feed her. They said they took her, like got her like spayed, gave her shots, and she just like they put her right back. She just chills at the spot.
See, I think every restaurant should have stray
hanging.
animals walking around.
Yeah.
Well, apparently at the pizza place a few blocks down, they're like, and this is our pizza cat. And
Yep.
adjective cat, you can't go wrong.
There's
just cat hair on all the
I guess
food.
it's noun.
There's a famous deli in France where, or a butcher shop in France where there's a cat that comes in every day and sits at the counter.
I wanted your pen, but your hand is good, and I won't let go.
I
I
know
won't
you
let
want
go
it.
till you give me the pen. So it's really up to you.
Well, how are you supposed to get it?
I have two.
This is
I
gonna be
have two,
This is gonna be a long podcast.
but I can't stretch that
Are they
far.
ever short? Oh my god! Oh, got him.
Oh, the sneaky.
Yeah, I got Mountain Dew if you want one, bud.
I'm good right now.
Okay.
You know what? Give
Dude,
me
I love Chad's Euro Chad haircut right now.
That is. He looks like a Peaky Blinder.
Dude, he looks great.
He looks like
I'm
Arthur.
gonna shave it next time. I'm shaving it.
Like
No,
full ball.
don't.
What do you mean don't?
Dude, you're Peaky Blinders right now.
Yeah, you're Arthur right now.
I'm growing it out long enough.
All
so I
right,
can
mate.
slick
We're
it
the
back.
Peaky Blinders.
I'm shaving the sides and I'm slicking it back.
Okay, that'll work.
Wait, are you saying I shouldn't, JJ?
If you're gonna do that, that's real Peaky Blinders. You're,
Right.
If anything, you're 75 right now. You're gonna go full 100.
That could work.
According
I
to Ben
might.
Stiller, never go full retard.
No, it was Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.
God damn it.
Yes.
God damn it. Yeah. Ben Stiller was the one that went full R word.
Special Ed. Was that the
Can't
movie?
say the R word
Was that the
anymore.
movie?
I know.
Was the movie named Special Ed?
No, it was Tropic Thunder.
Happy Jack.
Happy
Tropic
Jack. It was
Thunder.
Happy
Oh,
Jack.
that movie. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Oh my God.
I didn't see that.
It was Tropic Thunder is an amazing film.
You haven't seen
Tom
Tropic
Hanks,
Thunder?
he
No, I
went
saw Tropic Thunder.
95.
No, Happy Jack is the movie inside of that.
Yeah.
The one that-
Ben Stiller
It's been a
plays
long
it.
time.
You
I
make
remember
my
now.
eyes water.
It was like a parody of
I still love Tom Cruise in that. Just the fucking fat fucking.
asshole, yeah, producer.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand how they got away with. Didn't they do blackface in
Yeah.
that?
they did. Robert Downey Jr. Well,
I was
here's
gonna say, yeah, they definitely.
It,
I
it
remember
was the
blackface.
last time you were.
It was the last
allowed
time
to
you
do
were
it.
allowed to do it.
the crazy thing
Because
is
even
that
now he said it so many times. He's like, I regret doing it, which at the time he didn't regret doing.
well, of
How
course,
come the Wayne brothers were allowed to do whiteface and white chicks?
listen, dude, it's a white.
we don't need this conversation.
Nobody
man's
ever brings
world.
that up.
It's a white man's world, Chad.
It's
Welcome
also
to it.
not a very good movie, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the
Oh,
thing
and
was,
I guess, yeah.
well, he was interviewed about it. I think Rugg interviewed him about it, and he was like, he sent the script to his mom, and his mom like, this will ruin your career.
Yeah.
Like you were coming
RDJ.
back, right? You're like you're gonna like you just came back from Iron Man from being a drug addict, and you're on top of the world right now. You don't have to do this. And then he texts Jamie Foxx, who he's good friends with, and Jamie Foxx is like, "I'll be pissed at you if you don't do this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You need to do this. This is feel hilarious."
Well, one black guy said it was okay, so conscience is clear.
Well, apparently
okay.
Jamie
Buy it.
Foxx is the most background influential person in the biz. He got Kanye West where he is.
That is-
Not exactly,
not
exactly. But there was one song before Kanye West was big, Yee, as he's known now.
Right.
He's doing a song. He's at a party at Jamie Foxx's house, and he's like, "Yo, this is like this guy Kanye West. He's pretty cool." And he's like, "Jamie,
Totally normal.
yeah,
Totally normal.
totally normal, not crazy. I got a great song for you." And he's like doing it like R&B, and Kanye's just in the background like, "Nah, don't do it like that." And apparently Jamie says, he's like, "Dude, this guy's never going to make it." Jamie does a movie, comes back. He's like, "Yo, you remember that no-name guy who came into your house? That song is blowing up right now."
Oh, that was after Ray, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, dude, that was a really good fucking movie. Like, no one.
Last great Jamie Foxx movie. That's not fair. Django.
He's about to do Tyson. He's getting ripped for Tyson because he's gonna play a young Mike Tyson, which would be pretty good. He has the accent down.
I was going to say, he's been practicing that accent
It's
for
not an
years.
accent, it's just a list.
It's a list.
Accent down, like he's been practicing it.
He's been mastering.
He's been trying all of his life to sound like that. Something to
Is he
take the edge
gonna
off.
whatever tooth gap technology they used in the Amazing Spider-Man 2? They're just gonna use it for Tyson.
Tooth gap
He
technology.
starts the movie.
In Max,
he has a-
the guy Max has
has
like
a-
buck teeth.
Oh yeah, okay.
it's
I
got
haven't
giant
seen that in a while.
and they even go so far as to when he's getting shocked by the electric eels to show the electricity somehow closing the tooth gap. Like, what the fuck? Why? Like, what was the point of that whole? I don't understand it.
Because it
Like,
made him look completely unappealing.
Well, I
That's the
just
thing.
watched No Way Home again.
But his
because
blue
it just came
skin
out on
was-
Amazon.
Well, no, beforehand. Like beforehand, he was like completely unappealing. Same thing with they did the exact same thing with the third Iron Man movie, where the bad guy was originally like this really unappealing, unattractive guy who had this technology for Tony Stark. But
Yeah,
Tony
yeah,
Stark just
Guy
blew it
Pearce
off.
Oh, yeah,
really
AIM.
looked ugly in there.
AIM.
Well, yeah, he was like he had like this weird comb over, had like really bad acne.
Yeah, but that's
was all
like the
fucked up.
equivalent of like the
And a
movie
tooth-
where the chick's like
Takes
wearing
her
a
glasses
ponytail
off,
and a
puts her hair
glasses.
down.
Like, oh god, and then it's like they.
Takes him off.
It's like, whoa, hold
Yeah.
on.
Not-
Wait,
not-
I mean,
Yeah.
but the problem is you can't really, turn like a fucking Frankenstein into, a beauty overnight.
Wait,
Right.
you stood
What
up.
how are they supposed? Are they actually supposed to find like the ugliest
yeah.
person they
Well,
can find?
not
and be
a-
Wait,
like,
you got rid of your cane and stood up straight?
Yeah.
Turns
Well-
out you were fine?
Not another teen movie parodied it where it was like the ugly girl and all they did was take off her glasses and undo the hair and just like, you're gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Oh look, sure, a ponytail. Oh.
Well, that was one of Chris Evans' first films too.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
Any
fun.
relation? Never mind. I'm sorry, Jones. God.
wow.
I've been on the golf course. There's a lot of sun out today.
A lot of sun, a lot of booze.
You look like you should be on a golf course.
He just came off one.
Oh, yeah.
It's not what you're wearing. It's the Jewish thing.
Yeah, I knew that's what you meant.
They don't. No, they don't allow them in the country club.
So
It has to be Jewish-owned country club.
Specifically on the golf course, though. Like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah, not in the club.
in the club.
Like
So-
working it. Like,
so
hey, I'm here to take your car.
Wow.
so I was
Call it valet, Chad.
Like I said, I was supposed to be on the golf course tomorrow, but Tuesday I dislocated my shoulder at the gym. I was
Jerking off too hard. It happens.
Exactly.
He's in the locker room.
I was working out.
Yeah. No, I went for I was doing
3 scoops of fucking pre-workout and just
Not even
rubbing one
mixing
out
it with
before
water.
he goes.
Don't even mix it with water. Just
Eating the powder.
just eat the powder like a psychopath. Yeah, but no, I was going for a squat, and I take off the bar. I start to take one step back, and like my water bottle or something.
I said that'll help.
Well, I got next.
Yeah. So I step back, and something like went right under my foot, and all of a sudden it like throws me off, and I go to bail out, but the edge of my hand, right by my thumb, caught the bar, and so my arm just gets jerked backwards and downwards immediately, and it was so bad I heard the pop before I felt it. And so as soon as I figure out what happens, I'm like, I pretty much just start seeing spots and I pass out. for
Why
like a
does your
minute.
computer say Christian Danko?
That's the photographer who took that picture of the
Oh,
water
I
on
thought
the
that
flag.
was.
And Dave, I thought we had talked about this. In the situations like this, it's not that you passed out, you fainted.
Yeah.
Like a
Remember?
little baby, like a little girl. Like you pass out like, oh, I drank, like a fifth of, Jack and I passed out.
Right?
Which would also be feigning because that's not a lot of Jack.
Why?
A handle. Yeah, but you pass out when you drink a handle.
I don't know how
You
much
black
a handle
out
is.
when you drink a
That's
handle.
a handle.
Gross.
Because that has a handle on it.
Yeah. It's a clever little mind.
We're not making that up. That's not a
And
joke.
a
I'm
bottle
saying.
has no handle.
Yeah, that's just a bottle.
It's what babies drink.
Whoa.
That's what babies drink. There's
Specifically
a little
marketed.
fucking
You don't just wean
rubber
kids.
nipple on top.
Yeah.
exactly.
Kids just don't start drinking alcohol. They've been weaned since birth.
They advertise them on Cocomelon.
That's fucked up.
So you should just imagine a little Russian baby just having like the little sucked the little baby pacifier thing, or the bottle tip, just put onto a bottle of vodka. It's like little baby starts a bottle.
Whenever I go into a customer's house and they got a kid and it's Cocomelon playing, you could see him like dying.
Yeah.
It's just because it's
Their
like,
soul leaving their body.
dude, it's just those like fucking kid. It's like children's songs non-stop.
No,
Oh,
stop.
really?
And like kids cannot have it off. They have to constantly have Cocomelon on or they get like upset.
Ugh, that's disturbing.
It's terrible.
Ugh.
Cocomelon is horrible. It's horrifying even. The animation is so cheap and like fucking.
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
It's disturbing.
Well,
What
It's disturbing, it's so
animation? What are you talking about?
it's the
Cocomelon.
children's-
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, it was a
It's a YouTube channel
Pull
for
it up.
children, but
yeah.
it's super fucking popular.
Pull it up.
It's one of the top. It's one of the top YouTube channels at this point.
Let's see.
So what was another, like we had Caillou when we were kids, and that animation style was just basically just drawing.
That Caillou makes this look like Caillou is so much better than this. I loved Caillou.
Is this like
That kid,
South Park
no,
animation?
that kid was a little irritating little shit.
Look at this animation.
Fuck that kid.
John, may I?
Mountain Dew.
See.
Can you pass me the pen, please?
No,
Why not? You being mean to me today?
I'll hit you.
Why? You want a kiss
No,
on your butthole?
no.
How about your penis? I'll kiss your face, penis, or butthole. You got to choose.
Call me after.
Not right now, JJ.
So that's Coco.
Oh my God, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't
Horrifying.
even.
It's horrifying.
terrible. Look at
It's
that
terrible.
3D pudge face.
It's just
Look
fucking,
at those fucking monster children.
Look at that.
Oh
and it's
my
just nonstop
God.
terrible songs.
I
that
want to
got
kick
no
that kid
substance.
in the fucking teeth and pull his duty hair so bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say he looks like he's got a little golden shit.
Dude, he's
on
got a
his head.
little golden
He's
shit.
got a turd on his head.
Dude, he's
that-
turd face.
Is that his name, Cocomelon?
I don't know.
I
Dave.
hope it's not. Cocomelon.
Yes. This is me staring into your soul. Just it's
Look at
soulless, dark, soulless
horrible.
eyes.
Oh, look at those parents.
I
Fucking hate them.
I like how they did give it a slight bit of diversity by giving him brown eyes instead of blue eyes. That's very nice.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a little touch.
Well, he's not a little Aryan Nazi baby. Thank God for that.
So they do have a bit
Subliminal
of a cast.
songs are really
look
all
at- they
about
got-
socialism.
No, they gave the soul. They gave the
I
soulless
wouldn't be
kid.
surprised.
They gave the soulless kid blue
Nationalist
eyes.
Socialism Party.
Well, they would have to be populated by children.
All those children are goose stepping like.
Oh my God, the junior SS.
Oh my! They give them little pins and just
How about the episode of It's Always Sunny where they realized the camp they went to was youth Nazi camp?
wait.
Have you guys ever seen
They're
that
watching
one?
old family.
They're watching old
videos.
family videos.
Your grandfather was a Nazi.
Dude, Pop was a great guy. What do you mean? We had the best time at camp. We did these chants. Everyone did them.
They don't remember the specifics.
Yeah, right. They can't remember. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
I don't watch.
Pop was a Nazi. Yep, Pop was a Nazi.
I don't watch that much. It's Always Sunny, just because it's not really. I can't deal. I can only take it in doses. I can take it in clips, but I can't do full on episodes just because I get burned out by it.
Well,
But
did you see
I mean,
the
it's
St.
the best show
Patty's?
ever made.
Have you seen like the St. Patty's Day clip?
I've seen a few clips.
The one where
Yeah.
Charlie walks in.
All right.
There's a lot. I'm upset that you say these things. This is the best thing ever created. It's
Charlie walks into the bar on St. Patty's Day with a bucket of paint and goes, "Yeah, I've got it for the beer." And Matt goes, "Why wouldn't we just use food dye?" And Charlie goes, "Well, you don't eat food dye." Or he goes, "You don't drink food dye." He goes, "Do you drink paint?" And he stares at Charlie for a second. He goes, "Stick out your tongue." He goes, "How much paint have you been drinking?"
I love the one where Charlie and Mac are in the bathroom at their high school reunion. There's like, you can't mix bleach and ammonia. Don't tell me how to mix my own chemicals. I know how to mix my own inhalants here, all right? I know what I'm doing. And then he just mixes them together and just passes out.
Yeah, no, I realized the end of my skit was he goes, "You get that, right?" I said, "Yeah, no, I get it." He goes, "You say you get it, but I don't think you get it."
What's Danny
That is the
DeVito's
best one.
character's name?
Frank.
Frank. So it's
Reynolds.
I see the last one I saw was it was last night where it's Frank and Charlie are in Ireland and he's like, "You understand?
That's the newest season.
I'm always going to be there for you. I'm always going to be there for you." He's like, "Thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. Here, you want some Gatorade?" And he gives him some Gatorade. takes a swig of it. Is this piss? And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's the piss bottle. Here, wait a minute. Here's this one." And he hands it to Charlie. Just, "Is that piss too?" He's like, "Oh shit, I got the piss bottle and the Gatorade bottle mixed. I must have pissed in both of them." He's like, "You want a seltzer?" I was like, "No."
It was a really good episode.
The show is so good.
So, Evan, you know how I sent that video in our Discord about the guy on TikTok talking about, what was it, privateering Russian oligarchs' yachts? So people have been going up on Reddit. So listen to this, JJ. There's been a thing where it's officially legal to become pirates and confiscate Russian oligarchs' super yachts and cruise ships and like private boats
Doesn't
and
sound
turn them
very
in,
communist.
and turn them in for a bounty to the U.S. government. And so someone created a thing on Reddit, and people were sharing on Reddit the actual locations of Russian oligarchs' yachts via satellite and like social media posts, and people were able to like actually track where they're going. And so like,
Dude, Somali pirates are fucking booking 5 nautical knots right now.
so look,
Fuck.
Like
get
a
there.
rowboat with a motor on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they go anywhere near the fucking coast of
It's
East
cold
Africa,
up here.
so super yachts, it's compared to regular yachts. Of course, they're much bigger. They're much more grand. These things are valued in these things are valued in hundreds of billions of dollars, and like just the upkeep per year is like $50 million a year for one boat per year.
So you're saying I won't even be able to afford to pilot this thing back
Dude,
to
you couldn't
mainland?
afford the gas it would take to fill it out. It'd be a year's salary.
Right. It's absolutely insane. And like companies that are like things that, of course the companies that make like John boats and pontoon boats are not those same caliber. Like you're talking about like Lamborghini will make a super yacht that's worth $20 million or something like that. Or like some other major company that's like does like cars or boat or jets will do a super yacht. But these are sanctions that are from the U.S. and Canada, so you can get them into the United States or the Canadian government for the bounty. But so far, Spain, Italy, France, and Germany have been leading the charge in just going up and seizing people's yachts. And so they've stolen 9 Russian-owned boats, 9 super yachts from Russian oligarchs, which is absolutely insane.
What is "I am the captain now" in Russian?
That's what Evan was saying. It was like, I'm going to have to learn that.
Deutsch.
That's probably it. You should just say that.
Yeah.
It's probably close
Thank you.
enough.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, shit,
You
of course.
get.
It
Oh,
wants
there we
to
go.
just-
Now we got Netflix.
Well, no, it disconnected the stream.
All right, let's just watch the Adam Project.
I've heard it's good.
I actually did hear it's pretty good.
Did you guys?
Ryan Reynolds is a man and a boy.
Oh yeah.
Reynolds.
I was watching the trailer today for it actually. On Ryan Reynolds' YouTube channel, he
He's
posts a
so-
lot of weird things on there.
Yeah, because he's a weird guy.
He posts a lot of weird things
He's
on
so
there.
lucky that he can do what he does. To
Oh,
get
you mean
acting.
white and handsome?
Yeah, that too.
Married to Blake Lively.
He is the definition of white privilege. When they talk about that, they're talking about Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Well, his early shit was like, he was in Blade. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's a terrible movie. Blade 3?
Horrible.
Oh, it's so bad.
He pretty much plays the same character in Blade
Every
as
movie.
in.
Deadpool.
Is it? Not Dead. What's the first movie that they actually had Deadpool in? Wolverine.
Well,
Is
Wolverine.
it Wolverine Origins?
Yeah, it was,
whichever one it
was.
is.
Yeah, it was Wolverine Origins or whatever. the
I think
fuck
it is
was.
Origins because one where he's in Japan is the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolverine Origins. Just
That's a bad
This is
movie.
really just it.
That was a dumb fucking movie.
He's basically just
was.
like window washing his blades,
Like,
but they spin so fast.
And the fact that they were able to turn it around so well with Logan was insane. Like,
Logan
it
you know,
was a
I
good
still have
Logan was
never
alright.
fully seen Logan.
That's a good movie.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I watched like the first 20 minutes, and I actually kind of thought it sucked.
Oh no, it's beautiful.
It
like,
gets better.
It's
Okay.
so good.
It
Like,
starts slow because
Well, I
it's
think I
supposed-
finally watched on an airplane, and I was like, oh.
it has tones of like No Country for Old Men.
Well,
It has
everyone says it's
tones
great,
of-
so I know I'm probably like in the
Pretty
wrong
alright.
and haven't finished it. Dude, how about Vinny? You fucking see his post today?
What happened?
Vinny said someone broke into his studio. They stole all the shit.
No way.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Dude,
Oh,
fucking terrible.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
fucking blows, dude. Fuck, podcast equipment's expensive as shit nowadays.
I guess like he had an office and they had like a mail, like on a door, like a mail thing. They said they like unscrewed it, stuck their hands in. He just said he came into the office and fucking all this shit's gone.
What,
That
like the
sucks.
rap studio or the studio at his house?
I have to imagine it's the rap studio
Here,
because
we can pull it. Someone pull it up. I'll be able
It's
to
not
post it. I'll be able to post it up on. I can't use. I don't know if you can pull up Instagram on a browser, but
You can.
Vince
Okay.
Amont here. Dude, they are.
My fucking office was unlocked and all my fucking microphones are gone. Like, what the fuck? So what they must have did was put their hand through the fucking thing. Oh, no. Oh, stop touching it. And then unlocked it.
That was really all I watched, but I mean, like, dude, that sucks so much. Like,
Damn, man.
dude, we know. I mean, we all know how much of an investment this is.
is that Vinny as a
sucked.
monster?
Yeah,
Just Vince.
yeah. Well, Vin, we fucking feel for you, bud.
Dude, that sucks, man.
Crazy.
I don't know where all this shit happened.
I mean, it's his most recent post. God, that sucks. And by the way, if anyone hasn't checked out Vinny Freeman's music, you absolutely should. It's fucking dope. He did he finished a tour with Riff Raff a couple months ago, and it's pretty cool to see him like gain more and more in popularity and see him develop more and more.
He's doing it.
Plus
he's doing it.
Plus his podcast is actually it's pretty good. I like it.
So I don't understand though, like, because that's not. He was doing it in his house unless he moved.
Right. He was setting up like in his like kitchen or his dining room.
Yeah,
or
there's a
whatever.
room off of this. Well, I'm not gonna throw out more information for whoever it is, whoever the fuck you are.
Well, no, you can see the video of like his podcast.
I
It's,
know,
like,
yeah.
He's watching our
obviously there.
podcast.
live.
Oh, I can't
You're
believe they
giving
brought
it
that
all
up.
away. You're giving it away.
Had no idea we knew Vinny.
The entire extent of the Mooks surveillance network has been directed towards you, pal. Putin, you get a break.
We're about to take Putin out.
we're
Now
really
he's lucky.
close, but
Yeah, Poon, you get a break this week. We're coming
No.
for you
What this
next.
other guy did was personal.
He just gave like a speech to a huge like crowd of like Russian people in like
Dude,
this,
about how he's like, we're winning the war.
like he in like a $30,000 jacket and giving like some crazy like speech that was you
and
can
the
only
I
tell
couldn't
from like
believe
a
the
dictator.
jacket cost as much as it did because it looks like a bubble coat from the 90s.
That's
or
exactly
early
what I was thinking.
2000s.
It was insane.
I stole beer out of a gas station with that same coat, specifically for its padding properties.
Yeah, if you
Right.
think COVID hit you hard, COVID hit Putin on a whole nother level. You can't get out of the fucking Kremlin, just fucking read Reddit all day. Let's take Ukraine. Let's take Ukraine.
Someone tried to deep fake Zelensky
Zelensky.
surrendering, which was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, they tried to deep fake it.
Oh my
It was right
God.
after he had given the speech to Congress, and where Nancy Pelosi tried to read a poem from Bono,
Oh my God.
which was just
Oh, Bono.
tier 10
Dude,
cringe.
listen.
Tier
I was
10
anti-Trump from
cringe.
the get-go, but these Democrats right now are the most lackluster, lame pieces of shit we've seen in a long time.
They're all old as shit. That's the thing.
Well, and listen, here's my thing. It's not so much like, yeah, I was against Trump and I wanted Biden, but Biden is just like too old. Like, I'm not going to say senile, but his brain power is fucking decreasing.
Oh yeah.
There's just like no, like he's just like, he reads his things and yeah, I'm sure he knows what he's talking about, but while he's reading it from the fucking prompter and he's like, oh,
You could tell it starts to fade.
it's
a
just
little
like,
bit.
exactly. It's like, dude, like
Yeah.
you don't actually know what you're saying while you're saying it.
Right.
I'm sure you had it well thought out when you put it together and decided to do it, but up here in public, you are drifting off, dude. Like,
Well, just imagine, like
it's
you
almost
see.
like I imagine it's like the it's like a heroin nod, like you just like you see him up there.
Dave
he's
would
just,
know about that.
He's
Dave,
just like,
is it like the heroin nod, you fucking junkie?
the Percocet,
He
not
was
the
all fucked
Perkin
up,
nut.
all fucked
Yeah.
up
Well,
on perks.
on Tuesday, I got
he's
Percocet.
dope. He's dope sick. Yeah.
you just see him up there nodding away, just and we're doing this, and he's not fucking there.
Well, just imagine. You remember how like you see how Bush and Obama aged so badly over a 4-year period to 8-year period in those cases.
that's why no young
I mean, that's
person.
why.
imagine
I mean, that's what
president.
illegal wars will do to you.
Right. Imagine.
They're stressful.
Imagine what that does to a 78-year-old guy who's already not clicking on all
Have to
cylinders.
invade who today? Olivia did what?
Just
Gaddafi has to die tonight.
All
What?
right,
If they ever brought up Yemen to Bush, I could
Yemen to
imagine that
Bush.
conversation. We're inviting who? Yemen. Yeah, man, I hear you, but who are we invading?
yeah, man.
Listen here, cowboy.
Who's on first?
I need you to shoot straight.
I imagine Biden's just sitting there, just being like, "What button do I gotta press? Is
No,
it this
no.
one or that?"
They got a wrangler. They got a guy with a hook that stops him from launching the nukes, and he's like, "No, no,
If it's
pu-
this button or that one, they have it like exactly like a pulley.
Oh my god."
Who played Bush?
They're just
in
weekend
Vice?
at Bernie's, weekend
Yes.
at Biden's.
Oh God. It's just
Except it's
Biden.
Kamala in the background,
Yeah.
just pulling
It's
the
Kamala-
fucking
yeah,
strings.
It's Kamala and Jen Psaki just trying to like carry him up on there.
Nah, Kamala, you're great.
I don't know. I kind of like Jen Psaki.
Absolutely
she's
not.
She is fucking. She's smart, and she fucking kind of burns people without them realizing they're getting burned.
Well,
Like there was some Fox News fucking reporter asking her questions, and
Ducey.
like at this point you could tell she's just so over Fox News reporters, which we all are. And she's like asking her questions about, well, how is you classify javelins at A-10s or A4 anti-tank weapons as defensive, and then fighter planes as offensive? It's like ask her like where do they draw the line, and she's like, let's just be clear here. Russia is invading the Ukraine, not the other way around. So any way the Ukraine uses their weapons is in a defensive manner. And I was like, got you there, bitch.
Right.
Well, you know who I loved? Again, hating the Trump administration, but I've never seen someone so good at their job. Who was Trump's chick?
Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah. Oh my God. Could that girl fucking spin? Would they say?
Right,
so
that's
Trump
what-
said. They'd be like, so Trump just said this, and she would be like, all right. So like we're outside today. Look, beautiful weather, and what do you have to ask? Would never ever answer a single question.
I guess when I say
Right.
I like Jen, whatever her name is, I like how good she is at her job.
It's a hard job, no
Like,
matter
Well,
what.
that's what I mean. I mean, that chick was that
of
chick
course it's a
is
hard job.
is
I
a
mean, can you
terrible.
imagine getting behind
It's a
that podium?
terrible
Oh,
human. But every day she stood up and took those fucking bullets and
Yeah.
was Teflon, was fucking pew 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 pew.
Just- it's
You
like
don't
a
got
Neo-esque
fucking
kind of shit.
Listen, it's hard to convey presidential policies in 140 characters or less.
Yeah,
Right. I mean, imagine like any administration, like that job has got to be like you have to drink heavily for that job.
Oh yeah.
Like, imagine like
How do you think you get up there every day and spin the fucking
Like,
shit out of everything?
Like if I saw Saki pull out a flask mid conference,
blame
I'd be
her.
like,
Yeah, that's
I get
fine.
it. It's like I totally get it. Go for it.
Take one for me, champ.
Take one for all of us.
You're doing the devil's work up there.
I just want to see her come out and just like before she takes any questions, just like put a pistol on the podium, and be like, "All right, first question."
it's not illegal to have a gun.
In DC, absolutely.
I'm
It's,
sure
it's
it is.
super bad.
Well, but she's a
She's a high
Federal
profile.
something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure federal somethings are allowed to have guns.
Probably.
I'm sure there's a loophole.
There's
somewhere.
definitely loopholes where
Yeah.
federally employed, once you get like to a certain tier, you can have a gun. They
I'm
probably
sure.
all do.
Well, I mean,
Even
Secret
though-
Service is around.
Yeah.
I'm sure they don't. You really think fucking Jen Psaki's gonna pull a pistol out if they're attacked?
So not that it's like such
I wish.
a little like
Oh, yeah,
unrelated, but on the
wish.
I
same
wish
topic
too. That would be cool.
of
I'd
how
really-
like on top that all of these federal facilities really are is my buddy used to work for Booker in DC, and I went to visit him in DC, and he says, "You want to come up to the office, and then we'll go out to lunch?" And I said, "Sure." So hopping off the train, but I'm like in jeans and a shirt, and I'm wearing my sunglasses. And they let me through everything, but as soon as I actually get into the Senate building and then into Booker's office, the very first word is said to me is, "Oh, you were the guy wearing sunglasses." Like they literally, like they have full surveillance
they're out,
or are
yeah.
pinged immediately when they know who's coming to like, because maybe I was still wearing sunglasses in the hallway, I don't remember. But as soon as I walked in, it was like, "You're the guy who's wearing sunglasses." And I was like, I just turned the corner. This is my first visual sighting of you.
I would
Right.
see. That's why I could never go to something like this. Because if they said that to me, I'd be like, yeah, sunglasses. Around us.
I,
They're on to us, Moxie.
I did a tour of the White House a long time ago when I was in middle school.
Okay.
And there was a lot of Secret Service there.
Dude,
Of
they are
course.
Because the
everywhere.
president was upstairs.
Well, what do you think? How many people do you think are employed in the Secret Service? I think like when you watch a movie, you're
Oh,
like,
there's gotta be
it is
hundreds.
five
Well,
guys.
they also
it's
handle
definitely
they also handle counterfeit
Ex-presidents.
money.
And ex-presidents
ex-presidents.
and senators
Yeah,
and like
ex-presidents.
chief of
Yeah,
staff.
ex-presidents are
There's
still
hundreds.
protected.
There could be
yeah.
thousands.
there's probably 1,000.
There's easily over
Easily.
1,000, I
Yeah.
would think.
So like I know that there's probably at least
see
10.
how many Secret Service employees are.
That's a good.
That's probably confidential information.
No, they
No,
they
it's-
get that shit out. I mean, I'm sure there's
more than whatever they
yeah,
say.
there's more than whatever they say. But I don't know how involved with the Secret Service being clandestine. Isn't the point of the Secret Service to be seen like as a projection of force? Like, don't even fucking try it.
Yeah,
There's
that's
literally
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
There's
for
literally
sure. But there's
a-
always hidden ones in the crowds.
Here, can someone look it up because my internet's down?
Your internet's down.
Yeah,
Well, I don't have internet.
Hello, Verizon gods, help me.
yeah. It's been fucking up over the last like day or so. So that's why I can't cast because
What
it's
do you
supposed to be
got?
over Wi-Fi.
You got WoW?
Yeah,
That's weird. I've never had an issue with WoW.
it's always over Wi-Fi for some reason. Wi-Fi just sucks dick right now over the last couple of weeks.
The Wi-Fi.
How
That
many
sounds like
Secret
it'd be- it
Service
sounds like
active
your
members
router,
are
man.
there? The Secret Service employs approximately 3,200 special agents, 1,300 uniformed division officers, and more than 2,000 other technical, professional, and administrative support personnel.
Okay,
So there's about 3,200 James Bond esque.
Yeah, so there's 1,300 dudes
well,
with
double
guns.
00 like 8s.
But they have to go everywhere if they go out of overseas, out of state.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's 1,300 scattered across the
I don't know
country.
if you ever
and
watched like the
overseas.
Cars, Diners, and Drives one, but like with Obama, or even just like some other thing, they're like, yeah, we brought a car for Obama to drive. They wouldn't let him. They
can't
literally were
drive.
like, you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
They're
You
like,
can't
you
drive.
can't leave.
Yeah,
They're like,
presidents-
you can drive in a circle, but
Yeah.
you can't leave. It's like, I'm the president. I was like, you can't.
They're not allowed
like,
to drive.
Yeah,
They're like, yeah, it's like, it's funny that the camera's there, but you can't leave.
Yeah, that's the thing. Presidents aren't allowed to drive their own cars
You're a
anymore.
prisoner. You can't go anywhere. We're not opening the gate.
Well, I mean, if a fucking president dies on their watch, it's like there's congressional injunctions.
Right.
There's a whole shitload of crap.
Course.
Then they all get executed.
It's more like exactly like when a cop shoots someone. It's like fuck the paperwork.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I could only imagine the paperwork if a president got assassinated this
Oh
day
my
and age.
dude. Yeah, if a president got assassinated.
paperwork. That's what we're worried about. Paperwork.
I'm just saying.
That's what they're worried
it's an
about.
aspect.
That's what they're
Somebody's
worried about.
worried about
Federal
it.
injunctions. Exactly.
There's a guy sitting behind a desk going,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's someone going, dude, what the fuck?
That shit in the movies where the president's like, I'll do what I want. I'm the goddamn president of the United States. And it's like, yeah, but there's also 20 guys that are a lot stronger than you.
Yeah, right.
Right. And they have direct orders that supersede certain actions.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Like the president literally just can't open the fucking football box and just press nukes. I mean,
No,
someone's
no.
gonna fucking lay him out.
That is true. Then there's more
Yeah,
to the
they've
football.
gotta
I just
be-
imagine there's a fake button in the Oval Office that they can press when
Well,
they're
there
angry.
wasn't Trump's for sure.
It's mostly just.
I'm sure he
service.
pushed it all the
Yeah.
time, and he was surprised it said that was easy.
Trump had a child setup of the play phone and that.
No. Here's this crazy thing. So there was
To
this.
pretend like the play cook station.
There's
I'm
this.
running away.
Yeah. There's this famous.
Off-road.
There's this famous. Bob Woodward is this famous journalist who writes. He's been writing and doing interviews for presidents for decades, right? From Bush to all the way back to Bush Senior, and so he came out with this book a year ago about his interviews with Trump and his interactions with Trump and his staff. Apparently, it was already known that Trump's diet was not the best.
I
So
can only imagine.
because he lived off of ice cream, Diet Coke,
And
McDonald's.
Diet Coke. His thing was he would always eat lunch every day at the Trump Hotel in D.C.
Yep.
They said there was a special way to pour his Diet Coke.
Yep.
You had to be trained on it. You were not allowed to talk to them.
Yeah.
Because their meal was the same thing every day, like burger and fries and a Diet
McDonald's.
Coke.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He loves McDonald's.
Yeah, no. It maybe it was McDonald's, but it was
Yeah.
literally just burger and fries and a Diet Coke every day. You weren't to talk to them. This was their order. You pour it in a certain way.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of, did you ever watch any of the Playboy documentaries?
About how Hugh Hefner was a sociopath.
Well, not just Hugh Hefner. Well, I guess in that sense, yes. But the girls,
Yeah.
they weren't just cocktail waitresses. Let me bring you
No, they're
their
professionals.
Drink. It
Yeah.
was a specific way to bring a drink, to hold the glass,
Of
to
course.
grab the glass,
Yeah.
drop it off. There was never any bottle handling. It was all this. And it was fucking high.
It was high end stuff,
yeah.
professional. That's the thing is that
and if you
because
didn't
it's the
do
brand.
it, you were out because we'll find another beautiful girl to do it. They were just
Right. It's the brand at the end of the day. At a certain time, it's not just the service, but it's the experience there. And it's set to a certain standard, kind of like a hotel. Kind of like how hotels do the exact same thing.
I think you're getting to a level that is unrealistic and is such a strain on a person's mental health.
Right. But it's at the end of the day, you're talking about something that's supposed to be high end, that is supposed to be almost fantasy. Right? To where you
Well,
cannot
Playboy,
go
yeah.
anywhere else. Exactly.
They
presidential.
are
That's
in the
exactly-
business of creating fantasy.
That's
Right.
true.
So so he would talk about how Trump's diet was so bad. And one of the things that it led to is not only just his, because he was
Diet
a bigger,
of champions.
He was a bigger guy, but he had the worst gas that anyone has ever seen in their entire lives. This guy,
his
and
hair
then you
smelled.
can't bring it up.
yes, that's exactly what you could not bring up
Wait,
his
I'm sure
gas.
his hair fucking
So-
smelt.
So he would rip
A
ass
fox pelt.
in he would rip ass in the Oval Office, and if you brought it up, he would tell you to leave the room, or if you
Oh, wow, what a punishment.
or if you
I'm
were
going to sit here and inhale your
or-
fucking
or if
farts
you-
with a straight face.
right,
Oh,
or if you were
no,
thrown off,
please.
or if you were thrown off by it, he would what's the problem? And then they were
It's no problem. You just shit yourself.
there was one where there was a general.
But they would say, Trump would say, "What's your problem?" He would go, "It depends."
Well, no. So there was one specific one where there was a
Do you
general.
get that, Chad?
Chad gets it. No, but there was one that was so bad.
Adult diapers.
There was a
Thank you.
general who was giving a speech or a talk in a big meeting, and Trump let out this fart that was so massive, and it went on, and they said for at least 11 seconds. And
say-
so it was so bad that the general paused mid-sentence and looked over at Trump, and mid-fart, Trump goes, "Something wrong?"
Are you telling me he's still farting the whole time he's talking?
They said
I don't
11
think you
seconds.
can talk and fart at the same time.
You
Tell
know
my
what
dad.
I will say?
I just
though?
don't
It
think
takes-
anybody, even Trump in this world, would have the gumption to ask if something's wrong while you're in the middle of
I don't know,
farting.
dude. He is a megalomaniac.
I was gonna say it takes a really special person to have absolutely zero shame.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like zero shame. Is there an
Zero?
issue?
Well, that
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You got a problem
What's
with
the
poop,
issue?
boy?
yeah. So an intern runs up and like sticks his hand behind your fucking pants and like wipes for you.
Are you kidding? Half the staff is South Park, and they also go, "Oh, my poor britches."
Well, no, there's something about like these ultra wealthy millionaires and billionaires who they can afford.
White, racist, systemic.
Well, it's the same thing
Just
with
a few
like,
traits.
well, whether it be like Saudi or even like Asian or like
Saudi.
Japanese billionaires and stuff. They're like
Maybe not white, but
the fact when you can
the
have
other two hit.
right.
Hold on, there
Well,
are racist billionaires everywhere.
well, the fact that you're able to afford these high class experiences where like certain fantasies can be fulfilled. Not just
Like
sexual.
I was gonna
not
say
just
sex
sexual.
trafficking.
Not just sexual, but just in like a level of
Imagine
like
a kid.
not
My
just,
dad got me. I
Yo,
can't
No,
say
finish
it.
that. Don't
no.
even finish that sentence.
While we're on the topic of sexualizing children,
Oh my god.
Oh, this is gonna go.
All right, Chad.
I-
Let the record stand. Jonathan Margulies left the podcast at this time.
I Googled. We were.
Oh, man, this is
I was
getting worse
talking to
and worse.
somebody,
Here we go.
and we
Romeo
were
and
talking.
Juliet laws. Here
All
it
right.
comes.
Listen,
Yeah.
I was listening a few weeks ago.
Listen,
you
this
transformer
is fucked up.
fuck.
No, this is really fucked up.
Okay, let's see.
I was talking to somebody about because we were playing Fallout New Vegas, or no, I'm sorry, Fallout 4, and there's synths, and we eventually got to the topic of, oh, would you, fuck a robot? And so I decided to Google sex robot, and then I clicked on shopping to see, what kind of current available sex robots exist.
Right.
First thing,
Totally
Right.
innocent.
Research purposes.
I'm not saying it's completely innocent, but I'm saying so far completely
Listen,
legal.
the only reason it's
But
in my
listen
shopping
to
cart.
the very first thing that pops up.
I think
Yep.
I
Child
don't want to
sex
know.
doll.
Oh,
Yep.
100% it was a child sex doll.
Is that
First thing
illegal?
that pops up on
Is
Google.
that illegal?
It should be.
It should be.
So listen, in certain states, I remember this being a big topic on this radio show I listened
I don't
to.
even want to hear you in my
But
ears
why
right
does
now.
why is
This
that Google's first search result?
because it's
This
the most
is
common.
this is like
Yeah.
one of those things where I
that's
feel
even
like
worse.
it becomes like the free speech over like. But is that inherently wrong?
Also,
But I
here's-
just
get
think
rid of-
Google should have the integrity to not have that
that's-
on their
That's
site.
what I mean.
I'm sorry, you
like
make
there
Google
is free
in-
speech,
integrity?
but that should be
I
like
want-
you should be able to type that in, but that shouldn't come up.
you should be put on a list when you do.
It's
I
weird.
think-
That's fucking weird.
So
Right.
here would be the
It
argument
should just be at least harder
for
to find.
it.
Right. I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
what are you saying?
This is totally devil's advocate
Yep,
and not fucking representative of my views at all. But you could say it's healthy for that exist so that they get their urges out that way,
Other
and
than
not on the
exacting
real
it.
thing.
Yes.
And dude, that is a hypothetical statement that somebody could bring up. It's a thought experiment. It's not how I feel.
just thinking.
Yeah.
I agree. I understand what you're saying. I feel like percentage-wise, like total population, that's like such a small minority.
Right,
of
right. And I'm
people.
not. Yeah.
So,
I'm not advocating.
of
this
course,
shit
of
at
course,
all.
of course.
Just
Listen,
Let
we have an
the
un-
record
We have
stand.
a
Please,
right. There's a clear understanding of that, but here,
Morgan, delete this in the internet history.
So here's what I go from in terms of from what I know about it. I know that in several states, including Florida, it's illegal to be able to purchase one, and DeSantis did that back in like 4 years ago.
Is there any circumstance on searching? I know that becomes a gray area quickly.
So because it's not the exploitation of a minor, it's not.
Let's say you were
So-
looking up weapons, though. Would that be different, though?
So that
And
becomes
put
a
you
national.
on
That becomes a security base.
because it's violent.
What are you
Ex-
talking about? Looking up weapons,
Like
at the
searching,
same
like
time?
Google searching.
Well, maybe not, not at the same
You got
time.
two
I'm just
tabs
like,
open: child sex
Now-
robots.
now-
and
we
weapons.
can
Naked
look at-
children with weapons.
Now, now you
Where
just
do we
slam
fall
them.
on that?
Just slam them both.
So-
together.
It's
art.
I know we're left and right, but what if you push them together? How are you feeling that?
So
one?
if you're
Do me a favor. Take that Nirvana picture and turn that right around.
Just pass me the gun
Yeah.
and let me just.
So in terms of like searching for guns, it's not illegal. But if you're trying to purchase, then it starts to get into the area of legality with her if you're allowed to or not. Now, in terms of the child doll thing, is I get the argument that some people making that you made the devil's advocate for of like, hey, they get the urges out. However, according to psychology,
That's
and
an,
from what
I
I've
didn't make
read,
that argument.
The FBI actually made that argument.
Like,
no. So the
censorship is a slippery slope.
right, of course,
Censorship is a...
right.
No, but it
Now-
also leads to like part of the reason why they figure Americans have such weird kinks is that so much shit is considered taboo that the mere act of looking at it is more exciting than the sexual portion of it.
It's
Right.
it's
Well,
like drinking
I-
forbidden fruit.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
like
hear the
drinking
majority
with your-
of I actually hear the majority of people that are in the children are in the children because of a power fetish more than anything.
You
else.
hear
That
that?
is- so
People been
that's-
telling you this?
No, according to a lot of
it's
research.
not like
No, it
something
probably
I
is.
just made
So-
up. It's an extremely
No,
common thing you can
I'm-
research.
Right. So the thing with the getting it out, so you don't actualize it in the real world, that actually is. You think that it could do that, but in reality, the majority of the time,
Right, it probably
is,
doesn't.
What happens is,
But
what
isn't
happens
that
is
same thought with
No, it
video
probably
games?
doesn't.
And
It's
I
not
also
all
think it's
doing
a slippery
No.
slope of normalizing.
No, for sure.
right.
pedophilia.
It's almost like it's almost to the degree where a serial killer will start with small animals first, like when they're
Yeah,
younger,
yeah, yeah.
Right.
and they get more and more comfortable with it, and eventually that doll
It
or that small
actualizes,
animal
yeah.
will not be enough to feed that, and eventually they will go out and search for the real thing.
And I
Eventually.
would like to
And that's when
reiterate.
you put, and that's why, and that's when you put the gun to the back of their head and blow their brains out.
I mean, I
argument
feel like
of the
your version
See-
was a little bit. My version of that was like Call of Duty versus like this is killing versus real killing,
Okay, so video games is
which
There's
I
been
also
a lot
don't
of-
agree with.
right, there's a lot
exactly
of-
because I think that's like
Yep,
kind of.
but
bullshit.
nobody's-
You have to
no-
actually be a nutso.
Nobody's
to be like,
playing Call of
Exactly.
Duty because they have an urge to kill people.
Right.
right.
But they're having sex with a childlike doll because they have an urge to have
Well,
sex with children.
I mean,
That's
the
a good-
sex spots are different.
it's different.
because you can even go because there's ways that you can. There's programs out there where you can make like an AI personality out of somebody just based on their social media.
Yep.
And in pictures and shit. Probably more videos than pictures, and then you can download personalities to these sex robots. So, at what
Yeah.
point are you actually raping somebody? Would be my question.
When they
When it
have
comes
when
to that.
it comes to
follow
consciousness
up
and free
on
will.
that is
A personality
I
to
think-
resist.
I think
Oh God.
I think we might just not be qualified enough
Yeah, no, this
Yeah.
is way out
to
of my
talk
fucking-
about
Right.
it.
We're
I
trying.
don't know enough about the human mind.
yeah.
I've barely got this one figured out. I'm not going to sit here and try.
Listen. I burn trash in the furnace. It makes a smoky smell
It makes a
in the
smoky
bar,
smell in
and
the
that
bar.
goes into space and creates stars. Now, listen, I don't know if that's right, but I just don't know enough about science to tell you you're
I
wrong.
don't know enough about stars.
That is like one of my all-time favorite lines.
That's a good one.
You know,
Yeah,
you,
no, I just put.
I
trash
feel
in the
like this
furnace.
top-
you know
Topic is a
they started doing a
slippery
podcast recently. You should watch it.
Yeah, they break down
Really?
episodes.
Yeah,
yeah.
there are like 17 episodes in right now of a podcast.
It's
they
really
just started.
meta. Instead of us referencing Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they reference us.
Yeah, it's like
It's us referencing.
Yeah.
It's
want
meta.
It's like that episode of the Mooks where they were talking about that episode of Always Sunny.
Holy shit!
it's good, but
I'm-
the first like 10 episodes they don't have video, but they start doing video after that.
yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
don't
no,
know
I
if
was
you're
here.
talking about
Yeah,
us
was that
or,
us or-
or them.
Oh,
Chad, look, we have a TV now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's not
it's
connected
not
to
it's
the
not doing
internet.
that great though.
Yeah, because it's over Wi-Fi, so you can't Chromecast when you don't have Wi-Fi, which is a bitch.
You got bad Wi-Fi, dude.
I know. If I had a HDMI cord, I'd easily just plug it. But
Why don't you have?
Yeah,
one?
why you don't
I
have
thought
one?
you
You
were
don't
using
have-
an HDMI.
wait,
I
you don't have a
probably have
box?
10.
You don't have a giant box of HDMI.
Evan could have brought one
cords?
over.
I literally can't throw them away. I don't know how.
okay, if I can get it,
I try to throw these HDMI cords away, and they
if
just
I can
stick
get
to
it,
my
if I can get a 10-footer, that'd be great.
Dude.
Wow.
Oh wow.
whatever,
Just so you know,
go.
we can get you 10 feet, but from here to here is not 10 feet.
But you need some droop
Yeah, you need a little bit of
because
droop.
it's gotta go back, loop around, and then
Yeah, you want a little bit of like, you know,
That's
A
a
little
long
bit of
10
on the
feet.
other side.
huh? No,
I'm
it's
for it. If you
Yeah,
like it, I
you
like
could
it.
do it with
a
a
six
footer.
footer would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's a little bit of droopage, it's fine.
I know.
You just
I
don't
want
want
it
a
to be.
direct
I want it to
connect.
be exact.
Just
I want it
imagine
3 feet and 2 inches. And
Just a random cable just going across the air.
hey, listen. So I see at Best Buy you have 6 foot and 10 foot. Tell me about your 3.5.
Ask him if you can cut it like at Home Depot.
Making it cut.
Some fucking employee gets paid $10 an hour. That's a generous statement, by the way.
Now listen.
It's like, I
you
can't
did
sign
great on
this.
3.4, but let's say I go home and it doesn't work. Can you shorten it again?
3 foot.
I've cut it
What if
twice
I need
and
you
it's
to
still
add
too
some
short.
length to it?
Now, actually, it was yeah, exactly. It was too short this time. Can you put it
Dude,
back?
that reminds me of like the shit you do to new people on the job. I got fucking bad once on my first construction job. This guy was like, I would always have to run and grab shit for him, and one of the boards was too short, and he's like, damn it. All right, Evan, go to my truck, get the board stretcher. And like, I didn't even question it because like this guy had every tool for every
No demand.
situation.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, of course. If anybody's got a board stretcher, he has one. Why not? I'm
That's a
just
good one.
looking, dude. I grabbed like 3 things that could have possibly stretched boards. Like,
What? I can't imagine what you
dude,
grabbed.
I fucking, because I just wanted to fucking, back when I fucking believed in capitalism.
Now,
So I was
how old
like-
were you? Like 15, 16?
No, I was like 17. Yeah, I was
I
like
get you.
17, 18, dude. It was
Yeah.
like, I was going to be the best construction worker ever. Because I was fucking young and full of energy and didn't realize how much it beat the shit out of your body.
Who the
Right.
fuck would want to do construction?
But then it reminded me, like,
That's what the immigrants are
dude,
for.
yikes.
Jesus, Chad.
What? I'm pro-immigrant.
Chad's like second generation too.
Every great empire needs a cheap workforce.
Well, I want to know, Evan, any horror
that's facts,
stories
not
yet
opinion.
at the current job?
God. I have no
Give
idea.
us one or two.
Lots of wasps.
Well,
As
just some of the worst
as
shit.
obtuse as you can be.
Just some of the worst shit is you go into somebody's
Because we don't
house,
talk jobs here,
'Cause
just
there-
about jobs.
There's 2 types of people that say sorry for the mess. There's people like me whose house is pretty much usually clean all the time, and there's like a couple of things on the floor. No,
The accoutrement.
I'm like, I can't imagine how this chair is slightly askew. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Please excuse me.
My 1,000 pardons.
And then
1,000
there's
pardons.
somebody where you open the door and you hear beer bottles rattling behind you, and you come in and they're like, "Sorry about the mess. We just moved in." It's like, yeah, did you bring all the trash and the fucking cockroaches from the old place?
Have you been to like disgusting homes?
Disgusting
Ugh.
houses, dude.
See, I would never do that just because I don't
what
want
am
it.
I?
But I
what-
mean, how much
it's
do you have to do inside?
Not much. That's the
Right?
thing. You don't have to do a whole lot. Most of it can be done by just like talking to them through outside the door. Short of like plugging some shit in.
No,
Right.
no, you can come in. No, I'd rather not.
Oh no, please.
So,
No, I'm disgusting. You don't want me in this palace.
so there was, so when I was,
This is your Shangri-La. I don't want to disturb your
so,
chakras.
so when I was like 13, my dad and my brother and I did this like community service work where we would go help people who were in need at the church we were going to at the time. And there was this guy named Gary. He was an older guy in his like 60s or 70s, Vietnam veteran or whatever, who needed to be transferred to a facility. It was like a retirement community for people who were not all there.
Yeah, I was about to say, describe facility.
It was, yes, a retirement facility for people who are not all there. And
Facility can mean so many things to so many
Right.
people.
Generalized term.
So no one could help him at the church because apparently his house was in disarray. And the people who helped Gary at the church were like, listen, you really don't want to do this because it's bad. And my dad's like, no, we'll do it. My 13-year-old, my 11-year-old son and I will be able to handle this. And we go out with a moving truck, and my dad hires a few laborers that he knows from previous construction sites. Nice guys. And Gary's inside the house, and my dad knocks, and it's the only time my dad told me that I didn't have to do something if I didn't want to. And usually,
I was going to say, no wonder
usually-
Dave
usually-
remembers this like it's the shining, the shining moment of his childhood.
Usually, boomer fathers are like, "No, you're doing this, whether you like it or not. I don't care if you're
No,
bleeding.
my
Go
dad
fucking do
was
it."
the worst.
So,
Yeah.
so my dad's like, "Listen," because he hadn't seen it yet. He looks inside for like 30 seconds, and he comes out. He's like, "Listen, we're here to do this, and if you quit at any time, I'm not going to be upset. I promise you." And I'm like,
What were you doing?
"Okay."
I'm sorry.
We were helping him move.
Oh, okay.
So we're just moving all of his books and his furniture a little bit what we could.
Moving and divorce and painting are the 3 worst things in the world.
Yes.
I've only had to do one.
So we go in. So we go into his house, and this thing is terrifying. Like the entire floor to walls to ceiling. And I'm not talking covered as in like there's all over the place. It's blanketed with spider webs. The entire floor, the entire carpet is all spider webs. The entire floor is all spider
Say it,
webs.
Evan.
The walls are all spider
Say it.
webs.
Oh, that's
The ceilings
What were you about to say?
are all
so saith the spider.
yes. The ceilings.
Ramalama Ding Dong.
It's all gray from spider webs.
Oh, what is this? Australia in the summer?
It's terrifying.
Why are there so many spiders?
Because he wouldn't clean.
You hear about this new
I
I
invasive
didn't realize that was
species
a
of
thing. Like,
spider?
if you don't
So-
clean long enough, there's just
I
spiders.
don't know. And he
everywhere.
Wait a second. Have you guys heard of this new invasive spider species?
I
Not
heard
yet.
something about it, but I didn't
But-
actually look into it.
So,
It's like a giant daddy long limbs.
oh, I know your dog. Yeah.
And they make silk fucking balloons and they just fly like
They're in like
300
Georgia and
Christ.
Arkansas right now.
America needs a
But-
good spider scare.
Yeah.
I saw, dude. I see black widows fairly often at my job.
Oh yeah, brown recluses and black widows are common here.
I've gotten to the point where I go to a house box that's outside, and if it doesn't look relatively new, I just like,
Yeah. So
like open it
yeah.
and immediately run
Yeah.
backwards.
So
You got spray?
yeah.
Yeah, I need to get wasp spray. I have fucking just off.
Yeah.
But off. But listen. If you give a bee a direct fucking face full of off, they're not stinging you. They're literally like choking to death.
Yeah.
But I do need wasp spray because I need to be able to hit it from a distance.
Yeah, the 6-foot spray, yeah.
No, I want the 25. I want to fucking
Industrial?
I want to have 30 sandbags in the back of my truck.
You like open up the side of your door and you're behind sandbags.
Current gunner.
Dude, if I've got a Carhartt overall and like a fairly coat, like a winterish coat, for down here.
Yeah.
And if I come across something that's big enough, like I'm definitely putting that Carhartt overall and that coat on.
Because
like,
you're smart. Yeah.
full- like, dude, I don't want to get stung.
No.
It's like then the people ask, like, "Are you allergic?" It's like, "No, I'm just a fucking pussy. I don't like getting stung by bees." Do
Yeah.
you? Like, who does?
Right.
What if I have the ability to stop myself from getting stung from a bee? I'm not gonna take some false macho-ness approach. Oh, let them sting me.
Right.
Fuck
when
that. That
when
shit
I
hurts.
moved into my house, there was when I moved into my house, there was a little beehive on my porch that had one bee, little thing like this.
Oh, I
right?
remember this. Yeah, he's a tiny little
And I was
thing.
just like, oh, that's cute. You know what I mean? Well, it was a wasp. But I'm like, it's just one wasp in the tiniest nest that
Doesn't
possibly
take
could
long.
exist. And I'm like, that's cute. I'm just going to leave it alone.
One little
There were
cocoon.
fucking 30 bees there before I knew it.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't take long because
I was fucking,
once
I didn't
they-
know what to do at that point.
once they have a base of operations and like enough, because you saw one bee, you didn't see the other bees working to get more fucking.
right. Or the
nest
babies.
material.
Yeah, or the babies that were in another spot that were like
Yeah,
hatching.
dude. Once you give them one thing, that's why whenever I see like either the mud wasp poles or anything that a wasp
mud
could use,
daubers.
I just knock them out. Like fucking
Yeah.
no, dude. Rebuild from scratch if you want it that bad.
Exactly.
I just went and bought some fucking gnarly spray and foamed the whole fucking nest.
Well, then
Right.
here's the thing. I have
were
to
not
work.
happy.
I have to work through all that. So after I fucking spray
right.
spray
After
all
you
that
spray it,
shit,
you gotta be
I
there.
gotta sit there and fucking touch all the wires that coated with it and like smell my fucking fingers smelling like that. And also like it's hot as shit now, or at least it's getting hot. So I'll be sitting there wiping my head or like
Yeah.
wiping my eyes.
Yeah.
Do we have this shit called rodent guard? And it's this fucking cable that's supposed to go from the pole to a person's house.
Yeah.
That's got this stuff on it to make rodents not want to chew on it.
Right.
Dude, I didn't really know what it was. So I'm like running this shit for the first time, like sweating my ass off. And I'm
There's like
like,
chemicals all
I'm
over
like
this
rubbing
fucking-
my eyes and like
all
rubbing the side of my mouth. And then all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, I am on fire right now.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh.
And then I realized what it was. And I'm like, get this shit away from me.
Yeah. Dude, there was a guy.
I gotta come back.
No, there was a guy who was.
What'd you do? Were you okay?
No, I suffered for like fucking 20 minutes, bro. And then I had to replace the whole thing because I did it wrong. It was like right in my first like 2 weeks of actually being on the field. You're supposed to put a loop whenever you hit a pole.
Yeah.
So that there's like less tension in
Right.
case it needs to be done. I didn't do that. And the dude's like, and this dude was kind of an asshole in the beginning, and I don't think he realized like what kind of temper I actually have because I was holding it back
Right.
a lot. And he's like, yeah, it's got to be replaced, man. So I like went to my truck, and I just like started throwing shit inside of my truck because I was so pissed off. And he's like, you think you're going to be able to do it? I was like, listen, yeah, I'm going to be able to do it. I'm just fucking furious right now. And he got like scared. And I was like, listen, I'm not furious at you. I'm just furious at the situation. Also, get away from me for your own fucking safety.
Yeah.
I've broken 3 headsets in 2 months.
Oh, Jesus. Because of just getting pissed off at games?
Dude, no, at
Elden Ring?
work.
Yeah.
I literally, and I'm not going to do it,
Yeah.
but I literally, like, I'm on a call, just fucking driving me up a goddamn wall, and I'm just like, whoa.
Oh.
And dude, but, like, it's also amazing how things break sometime, because it breaks in 3 perfect pieces.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Left, right, top. Left, right, top.
What do you wait?
All
So,
two.
I don't even
It's all
know. That. I
breakaway.
forget what you do.
I just work customer service for a tech company.
Conglomerate. Right.
And, you know, and I do things from as little as, like, I can't remember my
Turn your
password.
screen on.
Yeah.
Or, like, we can't see it on the screen. Well, zoom out. Zoom your screen out. Like, and, you know, you're working on a laptop on a 12-inch screen. Like, go fuck yourself.
Right. Exactly.
This
Yeah, some
sucks.
people are
Like,
so
well, you
fucking
suck.
dumb. Dude, I had one guy, like, I
You
give
suck.
people my numbers because we get
Yeah, dude.
we get hit with repeats if they call back within like 30 days. So we give them our number and be like, call us.
30
you know?
days? That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks a lot.
For us, it's 7 days.
Yeah, it's 30 for us.
Damn.
Because we're like the last line of defense. Your shit's, if you're paying $100 for a tech to come out there, it
gotta
better
get
get
fixed.
fucking
It better be
fixed.
worked.
Yeah.
It better
Right.
work the first time.
And a lot of people don't realize that when they're like, they'll come in on me and I'm like, you realize, I'm it. After me, there isn't another. Like, I'm your last fucking hero you got swinging in here, champ. So be nice.
Yeah.
You think I want to hear you bitch about customer service? How do you think I feel? They promise you people like godhood if you get Comcast, and I got to fulfill that wish. And so
I'm just plugging in
let's
cables,
see.
man.
So a man on a white steed will show up to your house to deliver your solid gold modem.
Listen, I know there's more to it, but I plug it in from your house into where they set it up in the neighborhood. I go 1, 2. If that doesn't work, I'm just here to help you.
dude, and anyways, these people are so fucking. So one guy calls me and all he says is it's flickering. And that's all the description I can get of the problem from him. Is it the TV flickering? Is it the modem flickering? Is it the power in your house? We'll never know because he doesn't want to give me a clear fucking answer.
Right.
Finally, I get him to use a different HDMI cable, and lo and behold, the problem's fixed.
Right.
Calls me again, and he's like, hey, it's flickering again. And I was like, if I hear you tell me it's flickering one more time. I was like, okay, have you told whoever in your house is yanking on HDMI cables to stop? Like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm running tests on your shit right now. Everything's fine. And, like, you can't give me a better description than it's flickering. Like, what, are you looking at your Christmas lights, dude?
Right. Right.
Dude, so I had like a customer service thing, like almost the same exact thing. Hey, like, totally understand it's not working if you're seeing it because it's real estate based.
Right.
So if it's showing up on the national like registry and you're not seeing it on your website, can you send me some of those listings because we can use that information to like then cross-reference it to see why it's not showing up.
Right.
So I say, oh yeah, can you give me some listings? And she goes, oh, I already sent that information in. Like, do you not understand that my email back to you is literally just going to say, thank you. Like, I don't have that email. Can you please send me the listings?
Jesus Christ.
And after I already said, can you say, like, you know, because you want to do like a full round email.
Right.
Hi, you know, this. Can you send me the listings?
Right.
She just responds to the first part. It's this. Great. Can you send me the listings? I already sent them. Are you kidding me?
No, it's-
Are
See,
you
that's-
kidding me?
that's what I miss
Listen,
most about-
You need to send me the listings.
Oh, yeah.
Reply in this email. Otherwise, your issue is not getting fixed.
See, yeah, that's
and
the-
you can start all over again with someone else.
No, that's
like
the
I
biggest-
am here to help
Yeah.
you, and you don't want me to help you.
The biggest problem with like corporate, the corporate world is like, I know how to tell somebody, I know how to say, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
I don't know how to translate like that into corporate speech.
It's hard.
Oh,
It's hard.
God,
You
no.
literally just have to like, and I just say the same thing again. Like that's really it. Don't even like find a
Sometimes that's all you
new
gotta
way
do.
to say it.
Yeah.
Just say it again.
I
and
do that
then
all the
they
time.
do it.
Yeah.
I-
Because at the end
People
of the-
get upset. But
the
it's
one
like,
I keep saying now
Dude,
is
it's like,
just-
but listen, like
I feel
I'm
like
here
there's
to
some-
help you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I need you to help me to help you, though.
No, that doesn't matter because 90% of customer service is helping fucking ungrateful cunts and retards the entire fucking day. That's what it is.
You know what half of my job, too, is, which is remarkable? It's replying to stuff like that, like, can you give me more information?
Yeah.
And never getting an email back.
Oh, and then they get angry that you didn't help.
Never getting
That's
an email
why
back.
it's nice.
Yeah.
That's the one nice thing is you can just create a paper trail like that. So if it ever came down to the
Exactly.
nitty gritty
Save
of
that
it,
shit.
you can be like, oh, well, unfortunately for you, I've got these fucking 20 emails where I asked for help.
Right, well, that's the nice thing about it's all recorded. We all reach back out to you.
Do I need to
You
bleep that?
Didn't.
What?
I don't work for... let's bleep it anyway.
Yeah, let's
Good
bleep
call.
it anyway.
Yeah, bleep it in.
Let's bleep it.
All right,
place to end
guys. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this week's episode of We're Gonna Rant About How Much Work Sucks. Evan, Chad, JJ, and myself. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, if you haven't checked us out on YouTube, that's where all the video is. So we get to see all the shit we talk about in real time. Instagram and TikTok, we actually post highlights all the time. So thanks for checking us out, guys. It's been a fun week. I know it's going to be a late one, but next episode, we're going to actually do a full-time breakdown of the Batman. JJ hasn't gotten to see it yet, so once he sees it, we'll be able to have a fun time breaking it down. Chad, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time.
Absolutely, always. We had a good time. It was good to have these two in, because these two actually are nonstop, like, go. It's a really fun thing to listen to, so...
Dude, I'm glad to have the funny crew back.
Absolutely. Glad to have the good guys back. To have the A-team. The A-team is back. Absolutely.
You're gonna fucking Jones me up.
Absolutely. Love you guys.
How's living my brother going?
It's
I would
so
turn this
funny
off.
that you said that because
Media.